Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fans of Rocket League. Hope you're having a fantastic night. Welcome to Frost Esports. Tonight, we got the Rocket League 3v3 $300 tournament. Joining the casting booth here with me is Kermit. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for this night of 4 games. I do believe it is. I've when looking through the bracket, I see a few familiar names, so should be a good tournament, and I'm excited for it. How are you?
I'm doing good. Very, very excited. Like you said, 4 games here tonight. We'll start with a best of three, a best of five, I believe another best of three, and then a best of seven to finish it on out. 4 games to see who will be declared the victor. But like you said, a lot of good teams here tonight. A lot of teams trying to take that prize pool. Got a good game to start it off here. We got G Millie and LL, two teams that have been dominant all throughout the bracket already off stream, but now they're looking to have a good game on the stream.
Yeah, I mean, if I do think I do have the rosters here. Give me a second to pull them up, but yeah, both teams. I mean, they swept their early series. If we go to G Millie, they started in winners round 2 already, so they got that first round bye. And they swept HTK Esports 2-0, and they beat Small Portion 2-1. So that was pushed to game 3. And then they went on to quarterfinals, which that's where they beat Let Halty.
Salty.
Um, and in that's where, and now they're here against LL in the semifinals. LL had a little bit longer. They started in winners or round 1, 2-0 against Category 5. Melon Patch they beat 2-0. Goobers they beat the Goobers. That was pushed to game 3, and they just beat Episode 5. 2-0. So this is the first matchup of the night. Their rosters from G Millie. You have C Money. I don't know if anybody watches Collegiate Rocket League, but he's a pretty big name in there. Chili, G Man, and a sub is going to be Peaceful, or one of them. I don't have the exact starting rosters, but from LL you have Samity, Kami, and Bala. And now we get this game underway.
Game number 1, and like you said, they had a pretty tough route to get here, taking down lethality to get into this match. G Millie are going to actually looks like we might have not all the players in, so we are actually going to reset the lobby just real quick to make sure we can get all the players in here and get them all ready. But yeah, like you were mentioned, very hard roads for both these teams, and they have both shown that they can win games and win series. I mean, like you were saying, a lot of close games for both of these teams, but I mean, it will come down to who can come out on top in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a close game. Both teams are extremely solid. You got great players on both ends of the field, so it's just going to matter of who can outlast each other. And if one team puts on the better offense, it might just come down to defense making a couple save going down the field and scoring, and you might only get a couple opportunities for that. So going on from that, it's gonna be interesting and to see how this plays out.
And really, any team here in that has made it this far has proven themselves to do so to win those games. So it will be interesting. Best of three. We're talking about you don't have a lot of games to drop. You don't have a lot of time to figure out your enemy's strategies, defense, offense, what have you. But you have to figure it out quick. I mean, you have more opportunities as you get further into the bracket. Best of five, best of sevens, where you have to be more consistent. But now it's all about winning 2 games. I mean, that is all it comes down to. You do not have a lot of time to slip up, a lot of time to recognize. So these players are going to have to come out and do the best they can.
Yeah, like you said, it's a best of 3, so you cannot mess up. You mess up once, that could be your game. You'll be sent down to the lower bracket. It is a double elimination tournament, so that is a good thing. But I do believe it turns into best of 3 in the losers bracket at losers semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. So the loser round 6 losers quarterfinals and round 6 are a best of 1. So that can get extremely interesting if you get knocked out here early on.
You want that safety net, obviously having that losers bracket. You get a little bit of extra breathing room in case you do fall down to it. And then obviously, like you said, those best of ones, they can go any way. You slip up and you only get 5 minutes. And those good teams, if you just drop one game, you lose out there. But yeah, those losers brackets finals are going to be a best of 3, which will decide who gets back up into the top bracket. But the all important thing is getting into finals as the winning team. You get an extra game added on. So it is a best of 7, but you already have advantage. And we've seen that pay off so many times in the past that these teams getting this game going into that finals already has that advantage. And it usually pays off in the end.
Yeah, so there's two different ways. Like tonight, in most of these tournaments that Frost host are game advantage in the grand finals. But there's some tournaments that are a bracket reset where you have to win 4 games and then you have to win another 4 games to win the grand finals. So a little bit less stressful, but still you're down by 1 in the grand finals already to start. It's definitely difficult to come back and go from there. Like to come back and win after being down, you don't have a bracket reset. You have 4 games. You have to win 4 games.
Exactly. Got to win 4 games there. Got to win out. And a lot of money on the line, a lot of pride on the line for a lot of these teams. So we'll have to see how it does play out, as it looks like we are loading in finally here. Game number 1. LL versus G Millie, going to be a good one here. What are you expecting from this series, Kermit?
Wow, I'm expecting a big game here. G Millie, right off the bat, you have Joe Biden just, beating them there. Like I said, defense is something you have to look forward to, and you have to be strong suit. And right now, right there, it's just an unfortunate. That's a good read there by Joe Biden, and moving on. It's some and Smitty, Samity. I don't know, Samity. I think it is. Comes back and ties up the game right away. This is 2 kickoff goals. It hurts a little bit, but clean slate, 12 seconds in. We'll see where it goes from here.
A 1-1 scoreline after all that. I mean, absolutely crazy. I mean, we saw that early score, but like you said, clean slate. Both these teams now at a 1-1. 2 kickoff goals from each of them. No real defense, but Peaceful gonna try and get a shot on goal, but they say no way, bounce that back onto midfield. And we talked about how this could really be anybody's game. You don't want to slip up like that, but being even 1-1, that is a good start for both teams, but Peaceful just knocks that one right in.
That is a great, that's Rocket League IQ right there coming from Chili. Leaving that alone and communication and leaving that for Peaceful to get a nice shot on there. I don't know if, I think it was Balla there that missed it. Misread where he was at on the net, but oh man, Sammy again almost there to tie it up again. It's going to sit right in front of the net, but Joe Biden kicks it aside. But the pressure here from LL is trying to tie it up again.
They really need to tie it up, really need to regain that point, but it looks really so much of a close matchup between these two teams. Only a minute expired. It seems like it's been a longer game than that, but G Millie going to have a 1-point lead at the moment. Again, you do not want to give up any ground in these games, but here Peaceful try and get it out, try and just get it away from their goal. It's bounced back into the corner, as it looks like Chili will finally get that back out. But once again, the aggression, the offense here from LL is really good. It just seems like their defense is a little bit slow right now.
Yeah, I do like the aggression. If you don't have defense, you have to be a little bit more aggressive, and LL is right on that borderline, and a huge save there by KH, and he's going to slow this down with no boost, try to get something, but not quite there now. G Millie trying to get something going, but that's going to be a misread. That's going to be wide out in front of the net, but Joe Biden doesn't let that happen.
That does not get it. We'll have to recuperate here, as once again, 2-1. Joe Biden does get that demo across on that other player. Now Chili going to launch it in. It's really close, but a nice save there from KH. Very well done so far, and once again, that defense having to come in clutch. Peaceful going to drive it above the goalpost, take it all himself. It's going to be knocked back to midfield. Chili going to be taking it. once again bounced back. Again, a slower rolling game now after those first couple goals. Peaceful. A nice another little save as KH puts yet another shot on goal. The aggression here from LL is seeming to be really good, but like we mentioned, defense is key.
Right now, the way the defense is for G Millie, I think that's what makes them win games right there, because you see Peaceful with a couple of, he has a goal and a save and a massive save already. That could alter the course of this game. And I mean, having a player like him that's all around is just, it's huge for your team. And if you can get an offensive push and open up a 2-point game, it's gonna be in your favor. And you know, it's only a 3-game series. You don't have a lot of time to make mistakes, so they have to take advantage of this when they can.
Right. Yeah, a lot on the line. Do not want to drop a game, especially in a best-of-3 here, but it's still a 1-point differential here. G Millie approaching about a minute and a half actually left here in this game number 1 of this best-of-3 here. But it looks like, once again, their defense superb. They're going to launch it back out, a 50-50 not going the way of Joe Biden. But now they're just trying to get it back out once again. They can play a little bit more defense here because they do have that score lead. But, oh, man, that was close. If they could have had the rotations there from LL, it could have been a good shot on goal. And they get it, finally. KH assisted by Bala. You can see that just the bounce off is beautiful. KH, what a shot, lays it in.
Yeah, KH right there, gorgeous shot. After Bala helped them out twice, got the rebound off the crossbar, and then also hit the defender. I mean, you have to get gritty in these types of games. Get the demos, give your team an advantage. It might be dirty, it might be a garbage goal, but hey, if it wins you games and it moves you on in the tournament, you have to do it.
Yeah, you really do, and the stakes, once again, a tied game, early action, 2 kickoff goals. But a demo here, Chili gonna lose his car for just a little bit, and that's the reset there for LL. With that demo, they will be able to kind of regain control of themselves. 40 seconds left here on the clock, and a tied game. Joe Biden gets a shot there, but just does not connect. Goes a little bit wide. We are approaching maybe an overtime here in game number 1. With how high the stakes are, it's very tense here.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a shot, and for the first time this game, LL is going to have the lead. I do believe. Maybe they scored the first goal, but just like that, they have the lead, and Samdi did 26 seconds remaining. I mean, if they can hold this off, they're going to be at a great advantage going into game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, dire straits. We're talking about 26 seconds here for G Millie, who have done so well throughout the tournament, but I mean, they're going to have 20 seconds to make something work. They have to tie it up. Joe Biden gets a nice demo there, but a shot makes it a 2-point differential. KH laying yet another one in.
I mean, 2 goals in 16 seconds, 8 goals apiece, but I mean, what a gorgeous shot there. Gives them a 2-point lead. They have a big advantage. If they give up this lead, that's going to be extremely shocking, and I don't know. That'd change this whole tournament, I would say, but it's highly unlikely now. And I mean, going into game number 2, both teams played incredible, but you got to tighten up on your defense.
I'm gonna touch the ground there, and that signifies the end of game number 1 here. Wow, I mean, like you said, LL just coming out to play here in game number 1. They are coming out, and they are looking strong. I mean, we saw aggression from them. I think that was one of their strongest suits. Maybe their defense, not the cleanest, but man, their offensive communication, their offensive shots were absolutely on point. 2 goals there from KH. Absolutely beautiful shots. And I mean, they win that one 4-2.
LL had 11 shots on net.
Jeez.
Compared to it was 4. I didn't see one of the players did leave, so I didn't get to see the shot that he took. So I'm gonna guess it's probably right around 3. So 7 shots I'd say the team had. So aggression is key for this for LL so far in game number 1, but it could bite them in the butt if they get too over aggressive.
They really need to be careful. Obviously, if they run into a team that is very defense heavy, could very much hurt them. But they will have to transfer that momentum from game number 1 into this game number 2. We talked about a best-of-3 series. What is on the line now for LL is if they win this one, the series is over. They win and move on. For G Millie, you don't want that. Do not want to get knocked to the loser's bracket. And Chili gonna walk it in by himself, gonna just barely miss. But yeah, stakes are high. They need to continue that momentum.
Yes, the momentum carrying is a huge part of this game, and I'm not sure how much time they had in between games. I know sometimes they get a little bit. The faster you win, the more games you sweep, the longer you have to wait in between games. I don't know if that has anything to do with your momentum or whatnot, but I mean, with the way both teams are playing right now, it's still anybody's series, but G Millie should be the first one on the scoreboard if they want any chance to win.
They need to get points and better their defense to fight that aggression. A tie score here so far, 0-0. Peaceful, nice shot there, but going to be knocked out there. LL, once again, they want to go up first, but G Millie, you don't want to let that happen. Ball is actually going to get demoed here. And this could be a chance, but it looks like he will get reset. That ball going to be flung down, and Chili going to have to be sent back to defend it. So, again, minute and a half already expired for this G Millie team. You're going to need to get something good. As Bala once again demoed. These demos are really clean. It just seems like they're getting nothing off of them.
They're making the demos, which I said in the first game, that for the grittiness of the game, but they're getting them at the wrong time. They're getting them when they are on the defensive pushback, when they're trying to rotate back to their own zone. So if you have maybe a person, once you start the offensive push, just to get that one demo, then maybe that's something. But the demos that they're making right now are not working for them at all. But it's still 0-0 halfway through this game. A lot smaller scoring so far, and a great back and forth game.
Yeah, a lot of volleys back and forth, a lot of a defensive game here. But yeah, it's like you're saying, they're kind of flashy demos, not really giving them too much. But again, stakes are high for this one. Best of 3, as once again, no score here. G Millie versus LL, team number 2 of 3. But Peaceful gonna try and clean that up. A nice shot gonna bounce off the crossbar and be knocked back in. But once again, get knocked to the corner. Chili strikes first, and G Millie will take the lead in this one.
That's just great. I mean, you can't say anything bad about that defense right there. He got it to the corner, but Chili, reads the ball perfectly and gets a gorgeous shot on net. Gives G Millie the lead, and I mean, they need to build on this pretty quickly if they want to be push game 3.
If they win a game 3, they're going to need to score more. I mean, we saw LL score 4 in that last one, 2 unanswered there at the end. So they need to start scoring a little bit more, but they do have a lead. But you do not want to rest on it. Peaceful, trying not to rest on it, but we'll get blocked out there. KH doing a really fantastic job again. It seems like the defense has kind of gotten a lot better from both sides here. Again, a lot lower scoring game here in this one. Getting to about a minute and a half left in this game number 2. And Joe Biden gonna knock it. Oh, it's close, but Bala gets back just in time for that defense.
Yeah, you can see there the double commit from G Millie doesn't really affect them too much, but that's also one thing you have to be careful of, is the double commit, and KH ties the game with a gorgeous pass from Samity.
This guy has to be the MVP right now for LL. The scores that he is making are changing the game, and he will tie it up with that one. A minute and 15 now left on the clock, and for G Millie, you're going to have to get another against this aggressive LL team. A nice shot, but a good block there. LL, though, they did tie that one up. A great shot there from KH, just doing it all today. They're keeping up the aggression, trying to keep it inside this blue zone.
Yeah, I mean, here's another center and another shot on goal, and KH is going to put it away for his second of the game on 2 shots. Just Samity, I mean, just doing all the work in the corner, sending it out front. That's all you have to do. And that's all you have to do, and hope your teammate can get there, which KH did, and they took the lead. G Millie in a dangerous spot right now. Only 50 seconds remaining, and another shot on goal. Peaceful with another save.
This aggression is absolutely insane. KH, 2 back-to-back unanswered goals now, and you're going to need another for G Millie. This is the whole series on the line. In these next 30 seconds, you have to get some offense, and you have to get a goal here. And Joe Biden, he gets a good shot on goal, but it is not enough. 30 seconds now. Time is ticking for G Millie.
The defense from LL right now is incredible. They just had 2 phenomenal chances, but defense from LL is just holding them together. Gonna get another shot and another save. KJ doing all the work this game, keeping them in the lead. 4 seconds left. The ball needs to stay in the air or this series is over.
Gonna go into the air. 1 second on the clock. There is nothing left for G Millie. They need to score now or it is over. Peaceful's gonna keep it in the sky, but a demo will finish it off. Holy LL. 2-0 in the series. They take that one, G Millie. I mean, had a good start to that game. They got the early lead in that one. They got the first goal. KH, he's a madman. 2 goals unanswered and a demo to win the game.
All right, so I just read something real quick. Samity had 6 centers that game. 2 assists, 6 centers. He is the playmaker of this game. He's unreal, and between him and Peaceful, I'd give, if each team had an MVP, those 2 players. They were both doing it insane. KH was doing the scoring, but the playmaking and everything, just forcing those goals, I have to give that to Samity.
And that was a crazy game. I mean, we were both thinking G Millie was such a strong team. And going into that one, LL, I mean, their defense looked a little bit shaky game 1, but man, their offense is just clicking on all cylinders. You talk about the centering passes, the teamwork from this team is just working all together, and they're going to be moving on. Now, it isn't over for G Millie. They will have a chance to run that losers bracket, try and get themselves back up into a finals position, but you no longer have that safety net.
No, and right now they move down the bracket, so they're waiting for their opponent. Their opponents are subbing in or midnight, one or the other. That is still in the works, but LL is going up against X13. Just both teams right there. X13, unreal. I know a couple players on their team. This is going to be a great series.
Yeah, this is a great series. And for LL, you can look at that game. You know, you did a really good job. Just a little bit of work on the defense, a little bit of talking more on that, better rotations. And I think it, like you said, it's going to be a fantastic game, a best of 5 too. So could be a long series for this one. But you mentioned how good X13 is. We just saw how good LL is. It's going to be a fantastic match for sure.
Absolutely. And I mean, you go from best of 3, which is, all right, no mistakes. Now, in a best of 5 situation, you need 3 wins. So you have this opportunity to learn your team in game number 1. If you lose game number 1, it's not that big of a deal. Moving on. But you have to make sure you come back and not drop your game number 2. Because if you drop 2, now you're in a bad position and you have to reverse sweep. And the winner of this moves on to the grand finals where they'll get that game advantage.
Yeah, and it's huge. Momentum, we talked about it a lot. Momentum is a huge thing in Rocket League. You win one game, you suddenly get this burst of energy, and it's like you said, you can kind of play that chess matchup, put that first game out as your pawn, you know, say, okay, we lost this game, but we learned every single one of our opponent's strategies. We know how to beat them for the rest of 3. But like you said, you don't want to drop 2, don't want to drop 3, because then obviously you lose. But yeah, the stakes are high. The winner of this series will move on to the grand finals, best of 7. If game advantage, we talked about how huge that is because teams have won with it before.
Yeah, I mean it's insane how big of one game advantage is in such a long series. And I mean both teams swept 2-0'd in the semifinals. So we don't know exactly how good I mean we just seen how good LL is, but I didn't get to spectate X13. This could be another sweep, 3-game sweep, or you could see the 5 games.
We will have to see how this game goes. Again, large stakes on the line, but we're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you on the other side. And we are back. Hope you all enjoyed that break, but it's time for the winners final. Now, we just saw LL in a dominant 2-0 sweep. They're going to be playing against X13, a very dominant team throughout the tournament today. We talked about it. Large stakes on the line. Winner advances to the grand final with a win advantage.
This game is huge. If you want an easier time, I wouldn't say easier time, but a little bit of an advantage in the grand finals, you're going to need to win 3 games this series. It's going to be tough. It's going to be gritty, but it's going to be a great series, and I cannot wait.
We'll have to see how teams do approach this one. We talked about it a little bit. Best of 5. First game is a little bit, feeling out what the enemy wants to do, but we did see LL, a very aggressive team, getting a lot of scores in that first game there against G Millie. But this one, they are going to be pushing forward, trying to beat that other player. But it looks like I can't say his name.
I say Samity. I don't know if it's Samity. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'm just going to say the X is an A. But again, that was a huge demo there, and almost again another bump in KH scores. This team, Samity, I don't know if he is the one who hit the player there, but he did. He hit the player. He hit the player wide open net for KH, and they are just going to continue what they did again, like last game. Keep the momentum. Keep the same playing style. This is going to be a learning curve for X13 to move on. And, it's only 1 goal. They still got most of the game left. But, again, it's just a learning curve that these guys are aggressive and they will demo you.
Yeah, and again, the teamwork. You mentioned it. The bump and score. KH, with the assistance of his teammates, has just been absolutely on point here tonight. And he is going to shoot once again. Oh, it was a wide open net. Does not connect there, but again, opportunities here for this LL team. Their aggression is unmatched. And another demo yet again, but the net is left back to just Bala, who's going to have to get that save. But knocked into the corner, and once again, they will get it out. Their defense and offense showing to be pretty good, but the demo is better. And X13 showing what they have done all tournament long and tying up this scorecard.
I said last game the aggression will bite you in the butt at some point, and it just I don't know if that's too aggressive or he's just trying to make a play, but I think if I was him I would have waited a little bit, but again, it's so fast paced you don't know. But Vault Voltro is gonna give X13 the lead just like that, 10 seconds apart.
I mean, huge scores from them recognizing that, oh, they're playing aggressive. Well, we can play even more aggressive and we can take advantage of when they are not playing defense there. And very good from X13. Also, these players trying to make it the hardest for the casters tonight with the hardest names to say, but we will get through it. Approaching the halfway mark of this game number 1, X13 with a 1-point lead. And KH is going to bounce it back now. They're playing a little bit more defensive, trying to get their head back on straight because, again, 2 unanswered goals, not what you want if you're an aggressive team.
Yeah, I mean, you're down by 1. You still got half the game to work with. Plenty of time. That's quite a bit of time, but if you let another goal go in, just something so simple like a floater like the first goal, just float it in. I mean, it affects the game so much. And, you know, a little bit of momentum. This is going to be a shot on goal, but KH is there to make a save, and here comes the shot from X13. Going to put on the aggression.
X13, I mean, they're just playing really well right now. After that first score, it just seemed like they have locked it in here and recognized exactly what this LL team is doing. The demos are really good. The shots on goal are really good. And there is another. Impo makes it 3 unanswered. And that will be a 2-goal lead for X13, approaching 2 minutes left in this match.
Impo with the perfect read. I don't know if it was like the perfect read, if he knew he was just jumping. He was just jumping for the ball, hit off the car, perfect. And, you know, now they have a 2-goal lead. And, I mean, it's game 1, so the series is a little bit longer. It doesn't matter as much if you lose the first game, but it's definitely gives the momentum to X13.
You don't want to drop any game here. Obviously, a spot in the grand finals on the line. 1.5 minutes for this LL team to make it up. Whoa, Impo gets bumped there. Was a chance for them to score yet again. Their teamwork been superb throughout this, but LL, they still got some time here. They're going to try and recuperate, but they score. That was beautiful from a Zapdos here. He just bounces it right to himself off the top of the net and right on in. 4-1.
Impo just kept it up in there. Like, oh, we'll just keep it up in there, you know, maybe a teammate will come around. And Aspo comes in and cleans up work, gets the double touch and puts it in the net. Now it's a 3-goal lead with just over a minute left. You don't have much time to score here. 20 seconds a goal. That's not a lot of time. You are running out of time.
Yeah, you need to get something going. You need to get your offense in. Like you said, you need to score a goal every 20 seconds, and this offense almost biting them once again. KH, though, will get one past Bala. They've got 2 players up here, but it results into nothing. And once again, X13, they're doing a good job. An open net for Impo, and he's going to make it 5-1.
Impo showing off a little more. Yeah, gets the flip reset and tucks it in. A little bit of a freestyle to end on an open net. Have a little bit of fun here, as I do think they are going to take game number 1 unless, you know, something miraculous happens and LL comes back. But LL gonna have to be a little bit less aggressive, I would say, and just tighten up on the defense. Don't let the players go in the air, because it seems like whenever X13 goes airborne, it results in a goal.
Yeah, they need to institute a no-fly zone. But yeah, like you said, LL, they had a great start to this game, but with 15 seconds left, not a huge possibility for them to score. Balaz's actually gonna almost had an open net there, but does not get anything out of it. 5 seconds on the clock, and the time will tick down here. The ball gonna hopefully touch the ground. There you go, X13. Game number 1 is going to be 100% theirs. LL, it's a good start. You got to give it to them. The offense was really good for that first minute and a half, but after that, it was just a collapse as X13, 5 goals.
Yeah, I mean, the shots, again, 8 shots to 5 shots, not a big shot differential, but the aerial goals that matter. is what won them this game. If LL lets X13 go in the air again, it's not going to be good. They need to stop them before they are allowed any room to go aerial.
These X13 players having that aerial skill, that is, I think that's the one thing LL majorly needs to focus on. But it is like you said, we do have a long series here. Best of 5, LL still a chance to reset here, recuperate, and try and analyze what happened that game. Obviously, they've been a very aggressive team all throughout this tournament. We saw it last game that aggression paid off, but it just seems like they need to tone it back a little. Size up that defense and get ready to go.
Yeah, the defense is. I mean, the defense wasn't bad, but I mean, it could be a little bit better. But if you're going to be aggressive, make sure you don't let X13 come back and put it in the net, because that's what they're doing. They're taking advantage of that, and it's not doing good. So game number 2 underway, and are we getting a?
Yeah, we should have a lobby
I
reset
think
here.
we'll get a lobby reset here.
Yeah, it does look like just a player disconnected there at the start, so we do want to make sure all of those players do get in because don't want to have a 3v3 match with only 2 players on one side. But so we'll give them some time to reset there. But talking about this game number 2, we talked about the stakes already. What is on the line? A spot in grand finals, a win advantage. You don't have to run through that lower bracket. We talked about how dangerous that could be. Best of 1s, best of 3s for your life in this bracket. And you don't want to lose this game.
It's tough. Yeah, you don't want to lose this game, because if you do, you're gonna have to reverse sweep X13, which it's gonna be extremely difficult. If you win it, you bring it to a best of 3. Now you only need to win 2 games, but LL, if they lose this game, I'm gonna say the series is over. I think X13 will just I think X13 will just take it and move on to the grand finals. But
Yeah.
who knows? If they win this game, it could be over like that.
It honestly could. And momentum is a huge thing. We've talked about that if you get that second game, it's really hard to just reverse sweep, to not drop a single game again against this team. And it will be interesting though. LL, I mean, they have a chance here to refine what they did. And if, like you said, if they can take a game here, the field is completely even. And we're back to a best of 3 pretty much. So it will be a big swing of momentum to whoever takes this game. But yeah, if X13 takes this one, it might be over.
Yeah, it's gonna be but who knows? I've personally seen a couple reverse sweeps in the best of 7, best of 5 series, so it's possible. And egos from X13 might get too high, and it comes crashing down. But uh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be a great game, and a few things. If I was LL, a few things I would change. I've already said it's going to be don't let X13 go aerial. Tighten up on your defense. You have a chance to win this. We've seen what you could do last game, last series, and 100%. It's winnable. And it's if they win it, it's anybody's game.
That's so true. They need to purchase some anti-air missiles. That's what they really need. But yeah, we're hopping into game number 2, and it's a big one. Like you mentioned, all the stakes on the line. And for X13, you don't want to get a big head here because LL have shown that they can really stand up to anyone. So you don't want to give them any inch or they will take a mile. But game number 2 starting here already. No kickoff, funny business. Get into this one, X13 again. They are comfortable playing from behind, it seems, but it looks like LL, they need to play from ahead.
Yes, LL needs to be on the board first, and maybe even give themselves a 2-goal lead before they even let X13 get a single goal. They work better from ahead, but you know what? We haven't seen. I mean, look what we seen last game when X13 and Zap Potatoes is just unreal with that flip redirect. Nice little redirect on net, gives themselves an early lead, and X13, we've seen them when they scored their first goal, they just took off. This might be bad for LL.
Yeah, this is bad for LL. I mean, it's only one goal. You can come back, but you need to reset, and you need to get the mental in check. I mean, it just seemed no one was back there for the defense of LL, and a demo once again onto their side. We talked about how, you know, in the other game versus LL, those demos weren't really doing anything, but for X13, it seems their demos are really doing everything. They're getting them at the perfect time, but once again, an aerial ball going in the air, and a scary sight to see for LL fans, as every time that ball goes up, breath held in.
Yeah, I mean, here's going to be their first opportunity. Going to be off the backboard, gives it to himself, but not quite. Doesn't have enough boost to finish it off. Another shot on goal is going to be trickling in it. A big save there by Potatoes. Zapdos. Yeah, Zapdos. And a big shot, a huge save. Another big save there. KH almost tied it, and I mean, the opportunities are there. That's going to be a redirect, but it's going to be too wide of the net.
Yeah, wide open goal there for X13. A little bit dangerous, but it looks like LL, they're hanging in for now. Not letting any unnecessary goals on in, and they are once again trying to go aerial themselves, and that is where they score. KH, the man, the MVP himself, equalizing it out for this LL team.
KH, another... I mean, he's been getting the shots on this game, and it seems like he's scored majority of the games last series as well. So getting that, I'm not surprised that he's the goal scorer of the team, but Samity needs to, you know, open up, get the ball into open places like he just did. And this game could be, you know, could be a close one, and it is. It's tied at 1 apiece with half the game left.
Half the game left to play here. We did talk about how that game number 1, a lot of strategies revealed. So maybe LL finally getting the reset they want, finally getting the reads they want, now pushing it down the field. Slightly empty goal there, but a boom on Bala will mean most likely they need to get this rotate back. They're going to keep it in the blue quarter for now, but so right now, very defensive. 1-1 game, both teams.
It is. It's going to be a close... I mean, it's going to be close. If LL can come out and win this game, you reset it. Well, you set it to a best of 3, which they just played. You forget about the last 2 games. You obviously remember their strategies, but again, it's going to be reversed. You have to bring it to a best of 3 if you're LL. I mean, we just got word that chat thinks X13's going to win this, but you know what? I don't know. I do think that LL does have a chance.
Yeah, they have a massive chance, and I mean, we saw what happened against the last match when everybody doubted them. They work the best when they are underdogs here. We're gonna see if they could equalize, if they could prove chat wrong, like they're destined to always do. But 1-1 game here, score will mean it is gonna go to 2-1, and in favor of X13. A minute left here, still a close game. Nice shot there off the backboard. Defense is just not there.
Yeah, I mean, just a gorgeous shot. X13 back in the lead again. 85 seconds left in the game, and or 75 seconds left. Sorry, and I mean, this is huge. I wouldn't be surprised if LL starts throwing all their aggression at it. They have nothing to lose at this point, and I mean, 60 seconds left. You throw your aggression at it. You try to win this. This game is a massive game changer in this series.
You do not want to give up anything, and you got to put everything on the table. Rather put everything and have them score another than you just sit back and do nothing. But for LL, 30 seconds for them to score. It looks like a Zapdos will be caught behind the line here, and Impo also will be demoed, so defense will have to be good, and they're going to have to get a reset and regain the ball and get a score here, because 20 seconds on the clock. For LL, this would mean going down 2 in the series. A nice block there from this LL team, but now they got just 15 seconds trying to drive it down the line. Bala going to drop it off the top roof. It's going to go in, but Impo says no. The save from him in 4 seconds It's going into the air. KH will bounce back. Ball up. A chance. It's going to bounce up. It's going, but it is denied. X13 take a 2-0 lead.
That was almost a Justin moment in the RLCS. That was incredible. I do have just a quick break here from this game. G Millie actually did get eliminated in the lower bracket. So, I mean, LL, man, maybe they're going to surprise us with a reverse sweep here, but X13 is in a great position to take advantage and move on to the grand finals.
I mean, 2-0 already have that momentum. If they win any of the next 3 games, series is theirs. LL, that game was a lot better for them, though. I got to say. I mean, the aggression from them, they had a lot of shots, like you said, that almost went in, that almost connected, that they almost had that game turned around. And they're going to have to turn it around here for all of these other games. This game is the biggest right now. Either you lose the series or you start your own momentum to the reverse sweep. What is it going to be as we get into game number 3?
Yeah, I mean, reverse sweep, that'd be something to see on stream. That'd be pretty cool, but it's going to be tough. It's extremely tough, and you know what? It all starts right here. You score 1 goal. That's all they need to do. Right off the bat, score a goal.
And there it is.
Just like that. Samity scores and puts, I believe for the first time, LL in the lead this series.
Yeah, I mean, that was just beautiful. Like you said, you must be in their ear because they are listening to you, and they will take an early lead here in this game number 3. Only 30 seconds in, so that's great. Again, this is where LL wants to play from. They want to play from ahead. Their aggression is unmatched. We'll see if they can keep it up, if they can take a game off X13 and start this reverse sweep. But the defense is going to have to be stellar as they continue on this one. Ball is going to bounce here into the blue corner. Now KH is looking for something himself, but Zapdos going to bounce it right back.
Yeah, right off the back. Again, their aggression is there. They are trying to throw everything they've got at it. This is their last chance if they want to take the reverse sweep. So full aggression here. That's going to be shot, but it's going to be quite wide of the net there. And the passing play is going to set that up. Try to set it up at least, but no, it's going to be LL with an advantage here. That's going to be out in front, but X13 going to clear it and take advantage. As I say that, it's back and forth game. So right now, LL is doing what they need to do, keeping the ball in the opponent's end.
Volleys in the air is what we're seeing. Definitely a trend in this one. But we mentioned in game number 1 that a lot of X13's goals came from that aerial scoring. And it just seems like in games 2 and 3 here that they're letting none of that happen. They realize their mistakes and they are just fixing them immediately here in game number 3. And with this lead, they're playing from ahead and once again playing aggressive, like you said, throwing everything they have at this game because it is all they have. But another aerial shot, a Zapdos, he's beautiful with it.
Wow, Voltro, just unreal pass, and Zapdos with just enough boost to clear the defenders, and now this game's tied with exactly 3 minutes left.
Just tiptoes that one in, but for LL, something you do not want to see. Now a tied game. Bala gonna push on forward, gets 1 demo, gets 2 demos. Can they make something of this? Can they make a play? Yes, they can. KH equalizes and takes the lead.
And just like that, KH again with the grittiness. First goal this game, I do believe Samity had the first goal. So second goal this series for him. And like I said, you got to be gritty. Get those demos when it matters. And that's exactly what they did.
Got a double demo there for LL. That is what you call aggression. Now a Zapdos pushing it on back in, but Samity going to be able to bounce it out. Turo is just going to be better with it, tying it up. A shot from the corner. It seemed like the defense just a little bit lackluster there. They slip up, and once again, we are at a tie ball game here.
X13 not letting LL get away that fast. It's going to cost LL a lot in everything just to take one game from X13. So, I mean, a huge save there by KH all over the place now. And here's going to be another shot, but great defense, as I believe that was Impo with a save that could have changed this game.
Really could have changed this game, and one goal could do that. 2 minutes left in this one. LL, their life in this upper bracket is on the line. KH going for a shot there, going to go a little bit too far. Now all of a sudden, need to get back for some defense. We saw how good X13 is with that striking ability. Aerial shot once again. Not what LL wants to see. They will immediately reset it here back to midfield. They need to get something going here. They need to get some sort of goal. Bala looking for something, but Voltro is there. Just stop it.
90 seconds remain in potentially the final game of this winner's final. I mean, this is exactly how you want it. You know, both back and forth game. That's going to be a shot on goal, but KH is there to make the save. And again, it's back and forth. They're going to have an opportunity here, but X13 is not going to allow it in front of the net. The grittiness, Bala trying to get that out with the rest of his boost. KH is there, but that's going to be a shot on goal, and X13 is going to take a lead. And 63 seconds remaining. They have the series in the palm of their hand.
They commit to that aggression play. They think they have something, but it just leaves their net open. And X13 looking for the clean sweep. Get the brooms out because the shot goes wide. But up one, if they can secure this game, they move on to the grand finals with a game lead. But LL, they are not done yet. They have 50 seconds to get a goal, tie it up, and send it to overtime. The shot goes just barely wide. That could have gone in, but now they're looking for aggression. 40 seconds left.
The demo there, Vultra up. Gonna get the flip reset, and a huge save there by, I think he was Bala. Huge save there, but the aggression, another shot on goal, gets the demo on KH. Now they're only down to 2. But he does get the clear. KH is all around there, gets a shot on goal, but a little bit short. And, I mean, the pressure, they have 15 seconds, and this is the pressure they need.
10 seconds left. Time is ticking down. LL's time is ticking down in this upper bracket. 3 seconds will tick down. The ball is going to hit the ground, and just like LL's chances in this upper bracket, it is over. X13, a clean sweep in this one. Absolutely dominant. But I would like to say, LL, that was a heck of an effort. I'm hoping we get to see them make a run back to this grand final. Although they would be down a game, it would be nice to see this rematch.
It would be a great, especially if we can get what we just seen in a rematch. That would be an unreal best of 7 series. Right now, we are just waiting on subbing in an empty space to finish off their best of 3 game. But again, I mean, both sides. After that game 1, it was a 5-1 blowout. After that, it was a close game all around.
I mean, teams played really well. You're talking about that first game. You know, really good job from X13. After dropping that first goal, it seemed like LL had the advantage, but they just come back swinging. But it seemed like LL, they did a really good job of recognizing what they were trying to throw at them. It just seemed like you said, they kind of had to throw everything at the net once they were down that 1-2 games. And it just seemed like it eventually led to X13 playing slow, patient, and just getting those goals.
Yeah, it's something that you have to learn. And I mean, they learned very quickly to not let X13 go airborne and get those aerial shots. They stopped it. They didn't let it happen all that much, but you know what? They do, and it ended up only being a 1-goal game. So, fairly close game, and you know, it's gonna be a close series. Whatever the grand finals is, it's gonna be a close series. But subbing in did take down G Millie, and we'll see if they can move on to the losers finals.
And that is a best of 3 that will be coming up next. But for X13, I mean, we talk about how huge that is. They get the advantage in a best of 7 fight for that grand finals. Again, $300 prize pool tonight because it is the number 60th. It's going to be exciting no matter who faces them. I mean, they will have that game advantage, but they look so strong. But I would love to see that rematch between them and LL.
That'd be a great rematch. And I mean, who knows, right? They're gonna have to wait. I mean, X13's gonna have to wait a best of three and whatever is remaining of the current game that is going on. So going there, will they lose momentum from that little break that they have, or is it just oh, we needed that, get it off our shoulders, and we could see a sweep.
Yeah, we will have to see. But again, X13 moving on to the grand finals. But before we can get on to that loser bracket finals, we're going to take a short break here. We will be back again. Huge stakes on the line, $300. But we'll take a quick break, and we'll see you guys on the other side of it. Back after that break. We are geared up and getting ready for the losers bracket final. Now, subbing in won their spot to get in here with the best of three. And again, this game is going to be a best of three for a spot in the grand final. They're going to be playing off against LL, the team that we just saw play against X13. And the winner obviously going to play again a best of seven. Winner's advantage already going to X13. And they are looking like a strong team. And they are going to look like a final raid boss. But for LL, they need to focus on this match. And for subbing in, they're looking to take down this team that was waiting for them in this losers bracket final.
Subbing in swept empty space after sweep. Well, it's not really a sweep. It was a best of one against G Millie. So this is going to be a close game. I mean, it could be, who knows? It could be a 2-0 for either team. We could see game three. I'm not sure how subbing in plays. I'm not sure what their playing style is. We'll find that out. But best of three, you don't have any chance to mess up and lose that first game.
No, you don't have any chance. You have to get going immediately. And both these teams, obviously, I mean, we talk about momentum. LL coming off a 3-game losing streak right now after getting clean swept in that best of five. And we're talking about 2-0 sweep for our other team here in this finals. I mean, some again, they did a great job. The momentum is in their favor, and they're going to have to continue it. But once again, LL is a strong team. They come out of the gate swinging, very aggressive. We'll have to see if they do that again because, I mean, obviously, it kind of flopped last series, and we'll see if they kind of continue with that strategy.
Yeah, who knows the playing style from subbing in? It could be, again, it could be both aggressive teams, no defense, or maybe it's all defense from subbing in and taking advantage on the double commits of LL. So that's something to keep an eye out, and especially in game one, just to see them feeling each other out, seeing how they are. And we are getting players joining in right about now. I don't know how the prizing works, if it's just first and second, or if it's first, second, and third. So first and second. So the winner of this will will go up against X13 for the prize money, I do believe. So if it's first and second, top team, the grand finals winner gets 200, and second place team does get $100, which is a big for the Frost Esports. That is one of the bigger tournaments. So it's going to be good. It's should be exciting. We are about to kick off game number 1 of the losers finals.
I'm ready to see it. And again, that prize pool today is brought to you by Trolley. A huge thanks to them for sponsoring this stream here. And already, LL looking to sponsor themselves a spot in the grand finals. The aggression, we talked about it. Only 3 seconds off of the clock, and they take a 1-point lead.
Just like that, 3 seconds in, a kickoff goal. It hurts a little bit to let that happen early on, but just so you know, you got a full game to work with. And just like that, oh man, I did not see KH down there. I thought that was a wide open net. They're going to get a rebound here, but the defense of LL is keeping them away from the center of the net.
Keeping them away, trying to play that defense, but once again, that aggression just showing from LL, showing just how good they can be scoring those shots. But now trying to get it back to midfield, trying to get reset, and trying to get something. Team Subbin's a little bit slow on those rotations, and you can definitely not be slow against this LL team who are going to play this more aggressive than anybody else.
Yeah, there's not much. I mean, they're going to have a little bit of an opportunity here. You can see, I don't even know. I forget half the cars on this game, but I know there's some meta cars like the Fennec and Octane, but some of the cars I do forget. But you see a couple people not using a meta car, which is good to see. I like seeing people going with their favorite options, but LL looking to take a 2-goal lead, but the pressure gonna subbing in is gonna try and take it a little slow, but aggressive LL comes out to play.
They are looking to continue this game. Again, a 1-point lead. Another shot on goal will be good here for KH. Going to bounce into the blue corner here. As once again, 1-point lead here for LL. A good start to their aggressive game, but a shot back here. As Guh is going to score and equalize the playing field. LL just kind of let that one slip through with 3 defenders nearby.
That's, I mean, you place the ball where you want and you have to force it in sometimes. And that's what they did. Now it's all tied up. And, I mean, like, it's a long game. You have plenty of time. You give up a kickoff goal, that's okay. Calm down. Get yourself back into it. Get your team back into it. As L going to have a little bit of a chance here. Going to get a shot on goal. Going to go off the crossbar and out. Big save there. I did not see who made the save, but
yeah, a big save there from Subbins, and once again the demo coming through. But half of this game is left. Samnity is going to lose his life though on that demo, but gonna be able to respawn and get reset now. The offense coming through from LL is they're going to drive it down the field. The blue corner though will mean it gets knocked back out, and once again back to midfield. But a play trying to be set up. Bala says no, I'm taking this one. It goes up into the air. Now KH launching it in, but it just barely whiffs.
KH had the shot, missed it. Samity was almost there, a little too late. And now you have subbing in, trying to get something started, but so far it's been a back and forth game. That's going to be a center. That's super dangerous. But Jemima, that's how you say, got it cleared and trying to get something started, trying to get the first lead of the series for them.
Guh tries to take a nice shot there, but just does not connect here. And once again, a tie game, a spot in the finals, the grand finals on the line. But for KH, needs to hit those good shots. We saw them all day long. We've been seeing this LL team all day long. They've been performing. Now their game on the line, but Samnity gonna lose the car once again to a demo. But what can they do here? Nothing. Because LL will get that reset, will get it back to midfield, and look to once again try and set up a play.
Yeah, gonna get a shot on goal here, but Samity is there to make the save. And gonna get a shot here. That's gonna be a wide open net, but Cha is there to make the save. KH keeping the pressure on, keeping the forward momentum on, trying to get a lead, but it is cleared out by subbing in. Guh, is he gonna be able to redeflect it? It is not. He ran out of boost, I am assuming. So LL trying to get something started. Next goal, I'm gonna say, takes game number 1. It is close. There's 40 seconds left. KH almost getting another opportunity. Both teams back and forth.
Up 1-1 again. We might be seeing overtime here if a team does not get to score here, but a lot on the line. Everyone tense here. You do not want to be the one that lets that goal in. We approach 20 seconds left now as time is starting to tick down. The shot goes wide, but there's no one there to rebound. Yes, there is Subbins. They're gonna take a 2-1 lead, and with 12 seconds left, that could be the dagger into the heart of LL for this game number 1.
The camera zoomed in a little bit there, and Cha with the offensive play there, knocking the defender out, and it is 10 seconds left. LL needs to get something going, needs to get a goal here. 3 seconds. Can they tie it up? They have the ball in the air. Not much boost. Can they do something?
It is going to bounce off the wall. And Subbins, man, what a game number 1 for them. It was close. It was so close. We talked about how tense it was. LL just lets one slip in there with about 30 seconds left, and there's no time for them to get anything done. And all of a sudden, they are facing a deficit of 1 game. If Subbins win the next game, they move on to grand finals.
If you're Subbin, you are in a great position right now. I mean, unreal amount of shots. They had 10 shots through that game with, I believe, Cha with 7 of those shots. So just laying the shots on the goal. And they only got 2. So, I mean, the defense from LL is doing what they need to do, but just not getting the goals they need.
It is just not working out right now, but we'll see. They can come back. Reverse sweep available for them as we get into this game number 2. Gonna be important to get some early goals, and there it is. He can hear us, man. The first goal going to LL again. 2 goals in these 2 games in the first 5 seconds.
Last game was 3 seconds. This game is 5 seconds. I don't know if you can ask for much more. You just need to keep the lead and build on it now. If you're LL, you need to build on it. You can't let subbing in come back and, tie the game. We've seen how they played tied. We've seen how they played down. So you have to take advantage. You need to score another goal.
You need to score here, LL. We know how they love to play from ahead, but last game, playing from ahead of 1 goal ended up being 2-1, so they do not want to repeat that yet again. Cha gonna jump it off the roof, though. Bala will be able to knock it back through. Is there on the defense, though.
Gonna have an opportunity here. Just missing that shot, but they're gonna have an opportunity here with the demo. That's gonna be a shot a little bit wide of the net. Gonna be back centered across off the crossbar. They are subbing in, is doing everything they can, and almost puts it in his own net. Gonna slow it down here. Try to get something started. Trying to get fancy up in the air, and maybe they'll get a center out of this. Not quite, but
yeah. Nothing there too much just yet. LL, though, so far a lead. Almost an own goal like you were saying, but own goal not. Enemy goal, yes. Cha will even it up 1-1, and LL, it is looking a lot like last game.
Yeah, they tied it. 3:40 left, roughly the same amount of time, I do believe. And I mean, it's going to be a back and forth game. We'll see what happens here. Both teams, if subbing can get the momentum, score a couple more goals, and lock themselves into the grand finals, or we might see game 3 with LL scoring a couple of goals.
They need to score. That demo is going to be a nice start. 2 people in the goal. They're going to have to get some bumps. Going to be bounced back here off the wall. A chance. But it looks like subbing in wants to give them no opportunity. The ball going to go really wide. Going to hit the crossbar now. Going to go into the orange corner. And now it is looking good for subbing in. They're pushing in into this orange goal. They are here. LL is here. Getting the boost. Getting back. Getting reset. Getting it into the air. Once again, it goes wide.
They need to go back to what they did against X13. Start demoing the people. You need this game or your tournament is over. You don't want your tournament to be over. It sucks, especially coming in 3rd.
Again, we talked about those top 2 teams do get the prize money, so a demo there, but once again, they get nothing really off it. KH trying to get something. Gets the centering pass out before anything else, but now they're trying to push in. Again, trying to throw everything at the net. Like you said, tournament hopes are on the line for the LL and the LL faithful. KH, though, will get another demo. So that's good. Hopefully they can get this reset, get it back out, and now they're launching it. They're looking. The goal's almost open because they're to bounce it back. Back to midfield, but Sanity is there to bounce it once again.
I mean, both teams, there's not much more you can ask for, and just like that, KH scores, gives LL the lead once again, and we'll see how they play from here. Under 2 minutes remaining, and I mean, if you're subbing in, you know what you have to do, but once this game's over, if LL wins it, then it becomes a single elimination last game for either team of the tournament. And I mean, with momentum, that's a huge momentum boost when you win game number 2.
Yeah, huge momentum boost. And I mean, KH been kind of quiet in this series. He was massive in all of those other series, being the single best goal scorer for this LL team, but the teamwork from them will give them a 1-point lead heading into this final minute and a half of play. They need to play some good defense, but also you do not want to let this slip. Again, like you were saying, you can make this into a best of one if you win this game with momentum, a huge power play, but they've got to play defense along with offense for 1 minute time.
Oh man, I thought that was going to be a redirect there. Defense coming in good for subbing in, and I mean, they don't have much time left. 50 seconds remaining. Gonna try and fake out the defenders, but not gonna happen. That's gonna be a center. Actually, gonna put it right on the defense. Gonna line them up good, but nobody's gonna. Oh, Jamam is there. Just almost had the opportunity there. Another center, but nobody's there on the rotations. Now, Cha with the ball. He's going to get a shot and a huge save by Bala. And they get it out to the corner. 20 seconds remaining. I'm not sure. There's not much time. He's got a wide open net. He gets a shot and he scores. Cha with the game tying goal. 18 seconds remaining.
That was beautiful. I don't know how that one even went in. That should have been blocked. But man, from subbing in, tying it up, 20 seconds left. They threw all three members into the opposing side of the field. It was risky, but it worked. Now just 10 seconds left in this game number 2. Again, LL, their hopes are on the line, and we are talking about overtime. If this ball touches the ground, and it looks like both teams are going to jump up for it, but both teams might just be content with overtime, and they will. This is win or go home for LL. One goal will decide our winner here.
It all comes down to this. Unlimited time, 1 goal. I mean, it's going to be an opportunity here off the post. Nobody's there, and nobody is there for LL. This could be a game changer. He's going to get a shot on net, but it's going to go wide. And man, it's going to be, this is where winners become winners, and they are setting it up. Both teams have their plays already, had their opportunities in overtime. That's going to be a demo, but not quite. They're going to try and read that. Not going to get a shot, and they're going to push game number 3. 43 seconds in. Bala saving LL their tournament.
Yeah. That is just absolutely beautiful. Does it himself. Takes the ball into his own wheels there, and man, reverse sweep possibility in this best of 3. LL, they have kept their hopes alive, and they are going to have momentum going into game number 3. Everything that they checked off that they needed to happen happened. They let a late game goal slip there at the end. Man, beautiful overtime goal. Bala does it all. Gotta be the MVP in that one, getting the game-winning goal and sending it to a game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, the shots from either side, it's 11-8 again. And I mean, there's not much more you can ask for either team. They're both playing defense. Maybe a bad rotation there in overtime from subbing in, but you know what? If that happens, that happens. You can't think about it now. You know, you're in game 3, the final game potentially of your tournament. And this is for the jewels. Go to the grand finals.
Yeah. And you got a fight against X13. The winner of this game moves on to play them. But game number 3 will decide it. A best of 1. This series tied up at 1-1, and the winner got a chance with X13, a hard team that's gonna they're gonna be hard to beat, but you gotta beat the other team here in this losers final first.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be first game. We've seen it without a goal in the first 5 seconds of the game, so it might be a different attitude, but that's gonna be a shot on goal and a huge save there by KH, not letting subbing in open up the scoring.
Yeah, and again, LL, they love to play from ahead. That is where they are most comfortable. They've scored the first goal in both of these games, and it is good also from subbing in not to let that goal within the first 5 seconds happen in this one. But they do still need to be wary. Again, LL, if they get that early goal, they usually go crazy, and KH, the goal is wide open for him. Gonna get a demo on the way out. And it is beautiful, just over the top of floater. They had the assist there too, just in case it was needed. The defense was just not there from subbing in, and all of a sudden, with 1 minute already expired, you got a lead for LL.
Subbing in triple committed on that ball, and LL took advantage as what they should have done. Now, LL again with the 1-goal lead. We've seen it before, the double demos, but it's not gonna result in anything quite yet. I'm gonna get it, but pinched off into the corner. The pressure from subbing in is there off the crossbar, but nobody's there to take advantage of it.
Yeah, none of the team there to assist in it, but again, LL, a lot of stakes on the line coming back from that 1-game deficit. Tied it up, and in this game number 3, again, tournament life on the line for both of these teams. You lose, you are out. You win, you go to grand finals. Got to keep up the pressure. 2 different crossbar hits will be there from subbing it. Now Bala wants to take it himself. He's got extra boost. He's pushing on in, but the shot does not get centered close enough. A demo for 2 there on subbing in. They're now pushing in. The shot is good. God. Assisted by the teammates' demos. They just make the best of that. They will tie it up.
They went from having an opportunity for a pinch to great rotations from subbing in, and now it's a tie game all over again. I'm not surprised about this. We might see this game go into overtime. Still 3 minutes remaining, just under 3 minutes remaining, and plenty of time to see a couple more goals from both teams.
Yeah, a tie goal, though, from subbing in. Be huge as we do approach about the halfway marker for this game. Once again, LL, they need to recuperate. A nice block there from Bilal, actually. A good save. Again, you do not want to let any more goals slip. You want to be the team in the lead. A bounce off here, though, is going to send it into the blue corner. Subbing really needs to get this out. Aerial shot is going to be bounced down to the ground, but was there to assist, get it back into that orange corner. And LL, they just want to kind of play with it right now. Try and get it back towards midfield. Try and set up a shot, but Guz's going to say no. Bounce it right on back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a close game, back and forth again. The offensive pressure here from subbing in is starting to take place, trying to open up the scoring. Going to get a shot here, but it's a little bit wide. And KH makes sure it goes wide and kicks it off into the corner. Now, LL getting that over the defense, getting a demo. That was Cha. That was subbing in with the demo and trying to get something started. Going to be a wide open net. Shoot, but a big save there by Cha.
Yeah, Cha comes in clutch there, saving it. And it looks like LL having to play a little bit more defensive here in these final minutes, but a minute and a half. KH is demoed, but Bala still wants to push on forward. It's a shot, but it looks like his own teammate blocked it. Oh, it's tragedy for LL, but they're going to keep on going. KH does not want to give it up. Cha says, that's my ball. Send it back to midfield. Once again, the volleys continue.
50-50. God is going to slow this down. Going to 50-50 it. It's been pretty even, but LL is going to take advantage a little bit wide there. Not really anything to be threatened about, but LL starting to make the pressure on. Under 45 seconds remaining. It's going to be a close one. That's going to be Goff, but not enough speed. Samity is there to make the save and make sure that doesn't go in. 30 seconds remaining. A demo there. Going to be a center. Nobody's there to take advantage of it, but the pressure is on. 20 seconds remaining. Next goal wins.
Next goal wins the game, and off the crossbar, it's dangerous. And it is possibly the game there. Cha going absolutely legendary off the crossbar and right back in. It is 2-1. 16 seconds left. LL, their tournament hopes on the line. They need to do something here. They need to send everything. But subbing in, they just have it in their offensive zone. They're going back for it. They need something. 10 seconds now for LL. The shot going to go in. Guh has to win this, and he will. 5 seconds ticking down. LL running out of steam. They're going to try and bounce it off the top wall, try and get a little extra boost. Samity gonna try and bounce it once again, but Guz got it. They're trying to bounce it. If it touches the floor, LL is done, and there it is.
It is that the last goal there, I mean, subbing in's goal, the last goal took all three players to score that. It went from the ceiling to a pass across the net. And I mean, what a great series that was. LL made a comeback in game number 2, but it was just over from there. Great series. And I mean, with the way subbing in played, I feel like this next series is going to be huge.
Yeah, this next series is going to be definitely fun to watch, but like you said, it was close the whole time. I believe every single game was only a 1 goal differential. That game number 2 going into overtime. From LL, we say goodbye to them, but such a good performance. You got to give it to them. But now, subbing in, they are going to be looking forward towards a date with X13 in the grand finals. They once again, X13, they get a game advantage in this best of 7 series.
Yes, that game advantage is huge. I mean, they only have to win 2 games. Sorry, 3 games instead of 4. So, I mean, that extra game, I don't know how tired these players are from this last series, but X13 might be ready to take him on.
Yeah, and chat does predict that one. 97% say subbing in and end up taking it. LL fall just a little bit short, but for subbing in, they have guaranteed themselves some of that $300 prize pool again. Brought to you by Trolley here tonight. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring this tournament. It's gonna be a hard fought match to see if they can regain. Again, they start a game behind, so they're gonna have to make up a lot of ground.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, that one game, they have to go out and win that first game. If they lose that first game, already being down 2 games to 0, that's not where you want to be. And I think X13 will take the series. But if subbing in takes game number 1, this it'll be a best of 5, and it'll be a close one.
Automatically equalizing it going to be important, but once again, grand final coming up. We got the dominant X13 looking to take it away from our losers bracket. They ran the gauntlet. They have earned themselves a date in this grand finals, but I think we're going to take just a quick break here, ladies and gentlemen. Catch our breath, build the excitement, and we will see you after a little bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen a lot of good games of Rocket League here, but we got the best one coming up for you all. The grand finals matchup. We've seen both of these teams win their winners final and losers final respectively, subbing in, taking out LL. Actually, both of these teams taking LL to get to the spot they are in now. A reminder, X13 does get a game advantage heading into this best of 7, but subbing in showed they can make plays. We'll see how they do fare in this one.
Yeah, I mean, the playing style from subbing in last game matches X13's pretty good. So seeing how they play together, this is going to be an interesting game. I think it'll be X13, but I do think it'll go 6 games.
I think actually the series is going to go 6. I like that. Like you're saying, they both have very similar styles, and it seems like obviously, X13, you talked about it a little bit, that there is that break in between matches. You got to stay warm. You got to make sure you are keeping up with your plays, because if you fall cold and you drop a couple of these games, you give subbing that chance to get back in. That's just not good. I mean, you got a game advantage. You do not want to blow it here, but we're already going to get into game number 1 here of this best of 7. Once again, the lead already to X13. They have a 1-game advantage, but we'll see what they can do here in this game number 1.
Subbing in, already going for 3 demos or 2 demos right off the bat. Almost had a chance, but X13, I think they have a little bit more experience. Just because I know a few players, but who knows? That doesn't matter when it comes to this game. Anything can happen, a couple of bad games, whatnot. But X13 trying to get something started. Gonna have a little bit of a shot on goal here, but with the big save.
Cha gonna try and send it back now. Try and fancy footwork his way in, but can't pull that off for X13 here. Trying to get the first goal. A minute has expired. No goals on either side. Once again, they have a very similar style, so it's going to be a very much clashing that both these teams playing. Very defensive, very good offense, too. It just seems like no one really able to get anything super clean on it just yet. But Shaw will get a shot on goal there, kind of just hits the wall, bouncing off. And now Impo trying to get some sort of momentum here for this X13 team. And once again, they love those aerial bounces. And from Impo, the aerial bounces right to him. Beautiful shot there, and X13 taking the lead.
Gorgeous angle. I don't know if he was expecting that shot or whatnot, but what a gorgeous shot on goal. That's going to open up the scoring for X13, but they're going to have a little bit of an opportunity here, but Impo's there to make a save and say, nah, we're not letting you get that goal that easy.
That was close. That would have been bad for X13 equalizing it there, but they will reset now with a 1-point lead here in this game number 1. 2 minutes already expired here, so some time already off the clock, but Cha gonna try and bounce it back. Volt will get that save on off, and now Volt once again, aerial shot. Oh, it's good from Impo to keep it in this offensive zone for them. Finally gonna get bounced back out. He's gonna go grab some boost and going to get actually demoed here. Bolt's going to try and keep on going, though. Does not want to give this up. Once again, bouncing off the wall. Is there other player here? No, not yet. But here comes subbing in back into this offensive zone. Bounce it in the corner and see if they can get anything off.
They're going to have the opportunities. The aggression is just coming out of subbing. And again, another shot. Seems like they got 4 or 5 shots already in this segment, and they're going to clear it out. X13 doing what they need to do, clearing it out, trying to get something started. A little bit of a whiff there. It's going to send them on a 2-on-1, my bad. And not quite there. Dubbing in, trying to get something started, trying to tie this game up. They do not want to go down by 2.
Yeah, do not want to drop another goal, but just keeping it in the offensive zone. A lot of shots here, but nothing will get out of it. Guh is back, and he is there for the defense now. 2 minutes left in this game number 1 for X13 right now, holding a 1-point lead, but they want to make it higher. They do not want to let any chance that something in gets back. But a low-scoring game here in this one. Guh gonna bounce it off the roof, and it's gonna be a shot. They're gonna go for it, and Cha will equalize.
What a gorgeous goal there. God, just going up for it, 50-50. You know, winning. I wouldn't really say that's a win. That's just, you know, fairly even 50-50 there.
Send
And
everyone.
Jemima is there to you know, stop it, and Cha just finishes it off, and Cha, another goal just like that, face off goal. Teammate doing the perfect by winning that face off to the offhand, I would say, and to the left side, and just like that, you're up by one. You're just down by one. Now you're up by one in a matter of 5 seconds.
Exactly. Those back-to-back goals are huge. Winning that kickoff is huge, and Shaw's going massive in this game. 2 goals for himself, now pushing, taking the ball back to mid, and all of a sudden, X13, you had this lead, but now you're at this crossroads where if you lose this game, again, it's going to go back to a best of 5. You still have that game advantage, but you don't want to drop any and give subbing in a chance to come back. But they will have a minute to try and recoup that goal. It is going to be still aggression coming out from subbing in, as they will keep this in the offensive zone. It's going to bounce through the corner, and Guz going to try and put it back in, but it looks like Zapdos going to get the pass to Impo, going to get it on the wall and see if he can get anything. Back to midfield now, but Cha bouncing it back, looking, and once again it goes off the roof.
X13's going to have an opportunity here. It's just sitting there, and not quite there. Back-to-back saves from subbing in, and man, it is just they're playing defense like they need to be playing. They know they need to take this game to force a best of 5, and they are not letting X13 have any chance at a goal.
They're just playing good defense right now, and in 30 seconds they're going to win the game if X13 can't get any offense together. And all of a sudden, subbing in, playing really good. 15 seconds left now, trying to get this ball centered, trying to get some sort of shot on, trying to force overtime. But subbing in, they are playing just good Rocket League, good defense here. 3 seconds left here for X13. The ball will bounce off the roof here, and it'll touch the ground. Subbing in, they are going to equalize the series, and all of a sudden, we're down to a best of 5.
Best of 5. If they keep playing the way they're playing, subbing in is going to take the grand finals. But I said it in 6 games. It was only 1 game. It's a long series. Now it's tied up at 1. It all matters about this next game. If you win, again, it's best of 5, so you still need 3 more wins, sorry. And it's tough. It's going to be tough to get there with both these teams playing the way they are. Another 1-goal game in the books.
Yeah, if you do let another one slip, could be bad there for X13. But once again, X13, you gotta look to the skies if you are subbing in, because all of those goals, that's where they're coming from. The aerial goals from X13, they just seem to be what is working out for them. So if you're X13, you need to get more of them, and if you're subbing in, you need to realize those are the goals that you're being the most successful on. If you can protect your aerial, if you could protect your roof, protect the top of your net, you can be more successful here in this game number 2.
Yeah, it is definitely something you need to protect, but again, it's anybody's series now. They're gonna have an opportunity here. Oh, and it's just Voltero is there to make the save, and now back on the offense. Just like that, the X13 is going to open up the scoring, and a massive save at the other end. And just like that, you have one save can change it all.
Yeah,
and that's what happened.
And that's big. I mean, we talk about them dropping game number 1, but coming striking here into game number 2 for this X13 squad. Got 4.5 more minutes of Rocket League in this game number 2, though. Like you mentioned, a long series. Any of these two teams can win it here, because, I mean, they have both shown that they can. But it's a beautiful pass right from Jemima, and that is going to be a tied score line once again. What a tense series. That pass was just fantastic. Shaw launching it in to the upper part of the net. We have a tied ball game.
Shaw has just been in the whole series, the whole night. He's been in the right place at the right time and just getting the easy goals. You angle yourself up right, great positioning. It leads to great goals. So, and now it's all tied up. Subbing in is looking to take advantage, trying to get another goal, you know, take another lead. If they take the lead, this will be the first time we see X13 down in the series.
You do not want to really drop another game here. Oh, but it's beautiful. Impo just fakes him out. The little touch-in is nice. And we talked about the stakes of this game, and that's just going to be a beautiful little tip-in. It's it in. Beautiful off of the enemy player there. And X13, once again, they're going to take the lead, but it is definitely not over. We're having another kickoff here. Still 3.5 minutes of Rocket League to play in this game number 2. And this game has felt really long, a little bit higher scoring than the other ones so far. This one has been very aggressive. We'll see if subbing in can equalize it, because they need to.
Yeah, you don't want to go down in the series. And I mean, who knows? This could go 7. What a demo there from Guh. But nobody's there to take advantage of that empty net. So X13 gets the clear. Gonna try and extend their lead here. Gonna look for something. Look for something. Little and Guh. Trying to make the plays, trying to read it, and, you know, trying to tie this game. It all comes down. I mean, it comes down to this. This game could make or break a team.
I mean, we talk about best of 5 now. 1 point in the series on each side. Right now, X13 leading this game with about half of the game left to play. A nice centering pass, another pass, but it will not be collected. Gonna try and collect it in the corner now and try and send it off the aerial. It's beautiful. Zapdos is there to block it. Jemima, though, is gonna try and bounce it back, but it is good. Cha is in the right place, but once again, X13, the defense is there.
Yeah, X13 Vultra. Oh my. Cha with the biggest save of the game, and another shot on net, and it's just wide. But Vultra had seemingly had a wide open net, but that hole closed extremely quickly, and X13 looking again, but Guh's gonna stop it, and again, back and forth gameplay. Gonna be off the backboard, not gonna let it happen. I mean, under 2 minutes remaining, something has to happen here for subbing in.
Just seems Cha is everywhere, on the defense, on the offense. Another great save there for him, and he's now going to push it on forward. Try and get something. Try and get some sort of offense. This is grand finals. You got to pull everything out. Bouncing it off the wall. It's beautiful, but no team is there. The shot connects off the high crossbar here, but now pushing it back. Jemima trying to push it back through this open middle field. It's good, but the bounce is not there, and it will be successfully saved. Jemima has to get back. The team of X13 looking to play aggressive.
Yeah, as much as they want to play aggressive, it's just back and forth. The defense from subbing in has been outstanding tonight, and it's keeping them in this game. X13 does have the goal advantage here with 60 seconds remaining, and I mean, you have to take advantage of this. You have the ball, not much boost, but you have to take advantage of this. You have to tie it up. This game in a best of 5 situation scenario is huge. But
yeah, this game's huge, like you're saying. But a 1-goal lead right now. Sean Company subbing in. They win game 1, but what can they do here with 30 seconds left here in game number 2? Bouncing it on forward. They send all 3 players down. They're going to have to make something of it. Trying to make something of it here. Trying to bounce it off the corner, but once again, it's going to go back to midfield here. A shot here from a Zapdos, and Cha has to get back for the defense. Not where you want to be with 20 seconds left. The ball going to bounce here in the blue corner here as Zippo. Got to keep up the pressure. Cha, a beautiful save, but they got to keep this going. Gonna bounce it off the wall. It's gonna slide in now. The orange corner. 8 seconds left here for subbing in. They need to get something done. 4 seconds. The time will tick to 0 if it touches the ground. This game is over. But trying to do it himself. Trying to take it on in. But as Zapdos says no, he's gonna bounce it off and it'll hit Jemima. The chance. Bouncing on in. It's bouncing. It's still going off the wall. Still going here. It's going to keep going. Cha still got it here. Off the wall. Try to go up into the air, but Impo says no.
And just like that, they are X13 is back to one game series lead. And I mean, it's 2-1 in the series. It's going to be a long series. I do think subbing in might tie it up here. Maybe we'll see a game 7, but just phenomenal gameplay from both sides. Another 1-goal game, and it's going to be like that all night.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful game for both sides. Subbing in, that sucks to lose that one, but what a game. I mean, these games have been close. This is what you want to see from a grand final. Fun and exciting. That is just, I mean, so right now, X13, 2-1. That's ironically what happened to the scoreline in this game, but that's going to be the scoreline in the overall series. Again, they walk into this grand finals with the point advantage because obviously they won their way through winners bracket. So that's a good game from them, though. Obviously, I mean, subbing in, we talk about they're playing really good, just letting a few too many goals slip, and this game could definitely, and this series could definitely go the distance.
Yeah, I mean, if they keep playing the way they're playing, I mean, to tighten up the defense, it could be a extremely close series. But a couple lucky goals, that's what it comes down to. Couple of lucky goals turns into something else, and you have a next thing you have a 3-goal series lead, but or three, not a 3-goal, 2-game series lead, and with this series on the line. But subbing in, this is a huge game for them. It is a make or break it at this point.
This game could break the backs here if you do not win it. But all games have been close, so definitely not out of it yet. Again, going to fight till the end. It is not over until that final explosion rings in true. But for X13, they just need to keep up the consistency. Again, they are now at a 1-game lead here in this series, 2-1. First to 4 here, best of 7 in this finals here, and they're going to have to continue it. Again, these games have been a lot slower, so getting a goal is just a massive thing in these series because they're not high scoring. So getting a goal here could possibly win you the game. I think all of them have been a 2-1, but Voltero striking first, X13 carrying the momentum, and once again, they're going to take the lead.
I mean, Voltero has just been, he's been there. Defense, and I mean, if you're a X13 fan, that's what he's a main player, part of the player that maybe doesn't score or get the assists as much, but he's setting up the plays, and he finally got one to put on the board.
On the board, and X13 on the board here. 1-0 for them. The offense going to continue. Chaw again. He is everywhere, it seems, tonight on the offense and defense. Demo, though, on Guy, that means he's going to have to play even better defense here. Going to up both of those players with the ball. Very clean here. Jabima trying to push on forward through this midfield. It's good. The Demo and Guh will score. It is now equal 1-1. A huge Demo there. You can just see it. Absolutely beautiful. Walks it on in 53 miles an hour.
Jemima with the assist, but Chaw with the demo that makes it trickle in. Just a gorgeous goal, and almost another one. Go with another shot, but Zaps with a nice save. And I mean, it's going to be a back and forth game all night long, and we're back to even scratch. Clean slate, 3 minutes left.
Chogging a little bit of a demo there. That is great. Gonna have to get back there for that protection. Shaw is there to save the ball. Dangerously getting close to subbing into goal, but once again, they're gonna take it aerially and try and take it back here midfield, try and play some defense. But like you were saying, clean slate, 1-1. Most games have ended 2-1, so definitely want to get that second goal. And Guz, I mean, there's nobody in front of him. He's playing 1v none Rocket League. He's walking the ball in, and he's scoring for subbing in. 2-1. They take the lead, threatening to equalize the overall series.
Guh with the unassisted goal. Gorgeous play. I mean, just lets it hang. And sometimes you just need to do that. Now you give your team a lead mid-game, and you just have to keep it. You know how they play with having the lead. So if they can build on it, that would be the best for them to, you know, tie up the series, and then it turns into a best of 3.
Equalize here yet again, but for X13, still 2 minutes on the clock. Still half of this game left for them to try and reset. But for subbing in, this game is huge. Like you mentioned, the possibility of making it into a best of 3, of taking this dominant X13 team yet again a 5th game and possibly even a best of 7 here in the final match. That would be exciting to see, but just got to play your game. Chaw's playing his game, a nice demo. 3 in the goal there to try and defend. If they continue this aggression, it's beautiful. Impo just sneaks that one right in on the right side of the goalpost, and all of a sudden, we are tied yet again.
Zaps just had an insane shot on net, and there was a gorgeous save, and then he throws another one on net, and Impo is there to make the goal, and Jemima is there to take the lead again. It is unreal, the kickoff goals that have happened tonight. And now, I mean, they're just trying to, subbing in knows they need to win this game.
They definitely need to win this game, but man, I was going to talk about that beautiful pass from Zap from the air, the aerial shot, but I can't even, because subbing in have retaken the lead 3-2, a beautiful kickoff goal, exactly what they needed, trying to equalize this series out. Volt off the crossbar, back to himself. Volt, he is lightning here tonight, as he will tie it right back up. This series is so dang tense with all of these players playing to their fullest potential. 69 miles an hour too. We get the funny number.
Volt has been insane this game. He's been all around. I mean, couple of shots, couple goals. I mean, it's just unreal on how he's playing, and the goals we're getting back and forth. This is the highest scoring game we've seen in this series, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple more goals, but we are getting down to 60 seconds remaining, and oh man, go with another shot on goal. Now Jemima trying to start something up, but a little bit back and forth. Got to slow it down, play your game, try to force the ball through, try to get something going. No boost, hard to do something without boost, but still set up your team for nice field position.
Yeah, try and get something going here. 40 seconds left. I don't know if overtime is the best choice for either of these teams. Again, the stakes on the line for X13. If you win this game, it's really close there from Jemima. It goes just wide on the right side. But yeah, X13, you win this game, you go up 3-1. For subbing in, you win this game, you tie it. But Volt wants to make it go to overtime here. Both teams, both trying to push here for this final score. Again, just 20 seconds left here in this game number 3. X13 walking into the series with series advantage, getting smacked in the mouth in game number 1 and looking maybe for overtime. Might have just saved the game right there. Time ticking down. We got double zeros on the clock, and it might just touch the ground here and go towards overtime, but they're keeping it alive for now. Impo gonna try and do it himself, try and launch it in, but it's gonna go wide, and we have OT.
It comes down to this. I mean, X13 wins it, they're 1 game away from the series. If subbing in wins it, they just tied up the series, and it's a best of 3. This is what you look for. Overtime in the grand finals. The stress, the tension is just unreal. A huge save by Jemima. Chaw taking it out, trying to start something, but it is met at midfield and trying to, again, back and forth, 50-50s. It's intense right now.
And again, this is overtime. The winner, the next goal will win this game. And for those of you just joining us again, this is the $300 Rocket League 3v3 brought to you by Trolley here in the overtime of game number 3. X13 winning the series right now 2-1. We are already a minute into this extended overtime period, and this game means a lot to both teams. Who will score the first goal? That's a big question. It's going to go wide here, though, for Jemima. And Impo going to get a great save there on the defense.
Impo with the pass and play. Volts, he's got 2 already. Looking for the hat trick. Ran out of boost. Unfortunately, and the ball's going to be met at half. Zap's trying to get something, but it's going to be a shot on goal and a huge save there by Voltro. And man, it is just back and forth. Each team has had their opportunities, and I don't know. It could be anybody's game, and I say that, and Zap scores to give X13 a commanding 3-1 lead in the series.
Wow. I mean, just a beautiful shot. I mean, like you were saying, anybody, the next goal in that overtime won the game, and nice little tuck in there. X13, all of the sudden, the series shifts toward their favor. They were up 2-1 with that advantage, now 3-1. If they win any of the next 3 games, they will win this entire tournament. They've showed how dominant they are, and they show it here once again. A lot higher scoring game, I will say, than the others we've had in this series. But man, subbing in so close, they can taste it. They need to step up in this next game.
It is a higher scoring, but it's still only a 1-goal game. It was 9 shots to 10 shots in favor of X13. And man, I don't know if you can't get closer. I don't think there's a possible way you can get closer. We've seen it overtime. We've seen 1-goal games. What else do you want? I can't tell you. Maybe a comeback here from subbing in, and we see a game 7. That's what I want.
I want some carnage. I want some demos, and they are listening already here. So once again, we are on series point for X13. This is all on the line here for subbing in. They have to win 3 straight now to try and take this series. You said in 6. That means we need 1 more game to fulfill that destiny for X13, but subbing in, they are not out yet. They still have a lot of power here in this game. If they can win it, they can get the momentum and possibly turn something around. But nothing going to happen here in this first 30 seconds. Bounce off. Here's looks like X13 playing some nice defense already and going to try and swing it around into the blue corner.
I mean, a back and forth game. It's been like that all game. And, you know, I mean, what else can you ask for in this game? Back and forth. Both teams have taken their advantages, have their goals. Impo almost had the opportunity there. Set it up for Voltro, but not quite. Getting it back and forth. Just nobody has enough boost to finish off the plays.
Yep, just trying to gain control of that ball here, but 0-0. Once again, we retire to the slow burn from both of these teams. Very concise with their shots, very good when they can get that good attack off, but the defense has been superb for both these teams in this series and throughout the entire tournament. That's why they're here right now. But wants to change that. Obviously, subbing in, they need to win this game. This is a must-win or you go home. So they're going to need something. Gonna need to make some plays here. Does not get the bounce back to himself, and all of a sudden it's going to bounce back to midfield. Jemima going to have to bounce back to Cha. Cha going to try and get this off the roof. And it's going to go back to midfield where Impo going to kind of redirect it. Papados is going to be free to launch it back into the blue side.
I mean, it is just back and forth. X13 is a little bit more aggressive. Gonna have an opportunity here. That's going to drop in front, but right there. Oh, and a huge demo. That's going to be a shot on net. Voltro, so close, but not quite. It remains 0-0 halfway through this game.
Yep, Jemima fans breathe a sigh of relief there as that ball just hitting the crossbar. Go with a nice demo, but can they make anything of it here? Gonna bounce it back. A nice pass, actually. A reversal, bouncing it back to himself, but there's no one there. Only Cha can center it back to the orange corner. Can they get anything out of this? No, they can't. Once again, the defensive game for both of these teams is huge. Well, the shot is not good. Once again, the defense is superb, but Cha always looking for it, and he scores the first goal of this game.
That was just a beautiful setup. Stays with the ball, and I mean, I think he's out of boost. He did not use a boost since he was falling from the sky. And you know what? A bad hit there by Impo. And just like that, subbing in has a 1-0 lead. And I mean, they're going to look to build on it really quick. And just like that, there's a shot on goal, but Zaps with a save. That could change this game. Voltro going to try and flick it. Can't. And demos all over the place. I mean, at what point do you say, all right, we need to start demoing? We want to finish off subbing in. We don't want to let them get any momentum.
Oh, a nice save from Cha there. And yeah, at what point do you start pulling out those plays? Because, I mean, we are talking, you are up 3-1 in the series. But you drop a game here, you drop maybe one more, and all of a sudden you're back to a game 7, but it doesn't matter. Impo, he says, I will equalize and I will take it on to myself. A great bounce pass there from Volt, confusing the enemies and just lays it in the right side. X13. Time has already ticked down a lot in this game, so that goal is huge. Only a minute and a half left. The kickoff will go, it looks like, to X13, but goes up in the air.
Wow. Voltro just set himself up. I mean, the ball is just up in the air and gets in front of Jemima and now leaves a wide open net for himself. Subbing in is on the back feet, their back legs. It is not much. They're going to have an opportunity here. I don't know if anybody's there. There is, but he can't hit it. It's going to be Imp trying to go. And, man, it is something that they need to turn the Jets on. Gonna have a little bit of an advantage here, but can't really create anything. Voltro gonna send that in, try to get something started, gonna get a shot on net, go with a big save, not letting it go any further. And on the way back, they need a goal. 50 seconds remaining.
They need a goal, and they need it fast. You mentioned it, 50 seconds left. We talked about how the first part of this game was just a slow burn for both these teams to get up to this aggressive position. But now, subbing, the game is on the line. And for Guh, that is where he thrives. Beautiful shot, beautiful pass, right in the top of the goal, and subbing in. It's 2-2. They are not going down without a fight.
Just an unreal match. I mean, I said it all night. It's going to be a close series, and we're seeing a close series. 30 seconds remaining to a possible overtime that could either help or not help subbing in. I mean, at this point, it's next goal wins. I mean, you're under 20 seconds, under 15 seconds. X13 is going to have an opportunity here. Going to get the ball, bounce it off the backboard. Nobody's quite there. Guz's going to try and clear it. Still up in the air. They have as much time as they need as long as the ball is in the air before overtime. If the ball doesn't go anywhere, it is going to overtime. Guh makes it. Just lets it fall. Set the overtime. Reset the grid. Here we go. X13 with a great kickoff. But Shaw up in the air. Getting ready. And Zaps with a great defense.
Yeah, and I mean, this is life on the line. Good, nice demo there from Jemima, trying to do anything. This is, again, life on the line. Next goal wins for X13. If that goal is theirs, they will take the series. And it's looking good! Volt finishes it off! And X13 will be your champions.
Wow. Just, I don't think it's bad rotations. Just a great play all around. That just Volt got the jump, beat him to the ball, and set him up. X13 are your winners of the $300 Frost Blizzard Weekly. I mean, it's the 60th, number 60, and $200 is going to X13. $100 is going to subbing. That prize pool is brought to you by Trolley. And man, what a series. What a game. 2 overtimes. You can't ask for much more.
Yeah, that was such a good series. And like you mentioned, a huge thank you to our sponsors for giving us that prize pool here tonight. Do appreciate them a lot. But yeah, for this grand final, it was a 4-1 scoreline. It just didn't seem like that. It didn't seem like that far spread out. You talked about 2 overtimes. All games, I believe, were decided by 1 point. It felt so close. Subbing in felt so close to this other team. But X13, I think that game advantage, giving them a little boost there. It didn't seem like a 4-1 to me. It was really close, and X13 do end up winning.
I give props to subbing in. They had a long night dealing with the best of ones for five, 5 or 6 games in a row, down in losers, and coming up, beating LL, and coming this close to beating X13. I mean, the fans, you guys, the viewers, you guys had subbing in by 52%. Unfortunately, they did not win, but give them props. They played phenomenal.
Yeah, both these teams, they played their heart out, along with everybody in this tournament. I mean, you gotta give all these teams props for coming out here and playing some Rocket League here tonight. And hopefully, I'm hoping these teams come back because I would like to see a rematch sometime soon. But yeah, X13 was close. Like you were saying, props, huge props to subbing in. They go all the way through that losers bracket. They take down LL and they make their way into grand finals. And every game decided by 1 point. X13, though, made their way through winners bracket. Clean with them. They end up getting the game winning goal and game series winning goal.
I mean, it's just like that. I mean, you look at Volts. Volts, he was there most of the series, but really showed up the last 2 games, especially the last game there, and giving X13 the win. But the defense and the aggression from subbing in, you can't go wrong with it. They are a great team, and I really hope to see them back in the Frost weeklies.
Yeah, I would love to see them back, but before we end it off here, we got to give some thank yous out. Obviously, huge thanks to production, everybody behind the scenes that runs these tournaments, the tournament admins that make these tournaments possible for all these players to come out and play tonight. Speaking of those players, a huge thanks to them. Every single one of those coming out, playing some amazing Rocket League, even if they didn't win, hopefully having some fun with their friends. And the third and final thanks is to Twitch chat and everybody out in there. A huge raid tonight. Got to give them all huge props for lighting it up in Twitch chat. You guys are amazing tonight.
Yeah, the players really help us go. I think we had 34 teams in the bracket tonight, so that's quite a bit of teams, and you love to see it. So thank you everybody up and the viewers too. You know what? The viewers having you guys show up, you guys help the $300 prize pool come around. So thank you all you guys for showing up.
Do appreciate that. And finally, our final thanks to Trolley once again for sponsoring tonight's tournament. A huge thank you to them and for all that they do. But I think that is going to do it for all of us here at the Frost Weekly. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all have a fantastic night from Llama and Kermit. We will see you next time.